Hey, what's going on, guys? In case you haven't noticed, maybe some of you have, some of you haven't. I know a lot of people don't follow this kind of stuff like everybody else, but there is a snowball happening right now of UFO disclosure, and it's almost happening so fast that you can't keep up with it. There's a lot of names being tossed around, a lot of dates, a lot of acronyms, and I'm gonna try to run you down through what is called the Disclosure Act. So this is kind of like a guide for the government. It's a new law being passed for these classified documents to be put out to the public, and not only to the public, but to the Disclosure Administration Office, which Joe Biden is hand picking. That way these things do not keep getting walled off. And organizations such as the UAP Task Force and the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office get access to these things because they weren't. So there it is right there. This is the All Domain Anomalous Disclosure paper, or a short title. This title may be cited as the Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Disclosure Act of 2023, or the UAP Disclosure Act of 2023. There's some things we'll be spending some time on. There's some things we'll be burning through. Section 2, Findings and Declarations. Congress finds and declares the following. All federal government records related to unidentified anomalous phenomena should be preserved and centralized for historical and federal government purposes. Documents should eventually be disclosed to enable the public to become fully informed about the history of the federal government's knowledge and involvement surrounding unidentified anomalous phenomena. Legislation is necessary because credible evidence and testimony indicates that federal government unidentified anomalous phenomena records exist and have not been declassified or subject to mandatory declassification review as set forth in Executive Order 13526. So again, you have members of Congress that are hiding things from other members of Congress. You have the UAP Task Force and the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office trying to get clearance into these classified projects, and they are shot down and stonewalled. So that's why you have people like Dr. Kirkpatrick, who was put in charge of the UAP Task Force, sitting on live TV and saying, I've seen no credible evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence, when he is clearly wrong or lying or being stonewalled. So moving on. And here over the next couple of picks, we're not really going to spend a lot of time because they're just going over some terminology and some definitions. Only a couple we need to know. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. Right there in the news, the law, the term non-human intelligence. It's happening. Non-human intelligence is termed as any sentient, intelligent, non-human life form, regardless of nature or ultimate origin, that may be presumed responsible for unidentified anomalous phenomena, or of which the federal government has become aware. Jumping forward quite a bit, really didn't miss much except for how the FOIA requests aren't working the way that they should. Here we have technologies of unknown origin terminology. Technologies of unknown origin means any materials or metamaterials, ejecta, crash debris, mechanisms, machinery, equipment, assemblies, or sub-assemblies, engineering models or processes, damaged or intact aerospace vehicles, and damaged or intact ocean, surface, and undersea craft associated with unidentified anomalous phenomena or incorporating science and technology that lacks prosaic attribution or known means of human manufacture. Wow. I cannot believe I'm seeing this in a lawfully printed document that's going before the Congress. So the 5 observables are things that we notice about extraterrestrial craft that set them aside from man-made craft. And there was 5 of them, but now there is 6. We have, number 1, instantaneous acceleration, absent apparent of inertia. Hypersonic velocity, absent a thermal signature and sonic shock wave. Transmedium travel, such as space to ground, air to undersea travel, even through matter. Positive lift, contrary to known aerodynamic principles. Multispectral signature control means they can phase in and out of different spectrums. And number 6 would be physical or invasive biological effects to close observers and the environment, also known as Havana syndrome. And of course, the term unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UFO, includes what were previously described as flying discs, flying saucers, unidentified aerial phenomena, unidentified flying objects, unidentified submerged objects, unidentified anomalous phenomena. Of course, one of the jobs of the Disclosure Administration would be to brief the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Offices and the UAP Task Force. Disclosure of other materials and additional study. Materials under the seal of court. Information held under seal of a court. The review board may request the Attorney General to petition any court in the United States or abroad to release any information relevant to unidentified anomalous phenomena, technologies of unknown origin, non-human intelligence that is held under seal of the court. The Secretary of State should contact any foreign government that may hold material relevant to unidentified anomalous phenomena and technologies of unknown origin, or non-human intelligence, and seek disclosure of such material. And all heads of executive agencies should cooperate in full with the review board to seek the disclosure of all material relevant to unidentified anomalous phenomena, technologies of unknown origin, and non-human intelligence consistent with the public interest. Precedence over other law. This is big as well. When this title requires transmission of a record to the archivist or public disclosure, it shall take precedence over any other provision of law. The review board shall have access to all testimony from unidentified anomalous phenomena witnesses, close observers, and legacy program personnel and whistleblower. Availability to review board. Any and all such material, should it exist, shall be made available to the review board for personal examination and subsequent disclosure determination at a location suitable to the controlling authority of said material, and in a timely manner conducive to the objectives of the review board and in accordance with the requirements of this title. Whether the material examined constitute technologies of unknown origin or biological evidence of non-human intelligence beyond a reasonable doubt. Whether recovered technologies of unknown origin, biological evidence of non-human intelligence, or a particular subset of material qualifies for postponement of disclosure under this title. This paragraph supersedes all prior declassification review standards that may previously have been deemed applicable to unidentified anomalous phenomena records. Here they're talking about the completion of security clearance background investigations for potential members. During the pendency of such investigations, the review board shall ensure that any such employee does not have access to a responsibility involving classified or otherwise restricted or unidentified anomalous phenomena record materials. The committee would be the utmost authority relating to the collection, exploitation, or reverse engineering of technologies of unknown origin, or the examination of biological evidence of living or deceased non-human intelligence. In general, the review board shall have the authority to act in a manner prescribed under this title, including authority to direct government offices to complete identification aids or organize unidentified anomalous phenomena records, to direct government offices to transmit to the archivist unidentified anomalous phenomena records as required under this title, including segregable portions of unidentified anomalous phenomena records and subtitles, substitutes, and summaries of unidentified anomalous phenomena records that can be publicly disclosed to the full extent, to obtain access to unidentified anomalous phenomena records that have been identified and organized by a government office. And here, if you were interested, these were just some qualifications they're running down for members. As far as that goes, the president shall make nominations to the review board no later than 90 calendar days after the date of this enactment of this act. If the Senate votes to not confirm a nomination of the review board, the president shall make an additional nomination no later than 30 days there. Organize and make available to the review board any record concerning which the office has any uncertainty as to whether the record is an unidentified anomalous phenomena record governed by this title. Give precedence of work to the identification, review, and transmission of unidentified anomalous phenomena records not already public or available or disclosed as of the date of the enactment of this act. This I'm not too sure about, though, because if they want members that don't have any prior experience, then they're going to have a hard time carrying out the determination which of the records of the office are unidentified anomalous phenomena and which are natural phenomena. Really, really fucking cool and a little bit surreal. Technologies of unknown origin. The term technologies of unknown origin means any materials or metamaterials, ejected crash debris, mechanisms. And there it is again, folks. That is a word, NHI, a word that you will be hearing a lot in the following months, years, who knows how long. A lot of people hate him, but we owe a big, at least, nod to this guy for helping to push this forward. And a big round of applause for this man as well.